Libra, welcome to your December 2019 tarot reading. We are fire and water. This month we are doing a simple 10 card Celtic cross for you guys, letting you know the energies, situations, motivations, and outcomes for you this month. And at the end, we're pulling from an oracle deck. This month is the Enchanted Map by Colette Barry. It's going to either cap off or give you some advice on how to proceed this month. So we're going to get right into it. So the central issue, the main energy that will follow you this month is the Five of Wands. Libra, there may be some conflict surrounding you right now. It's either internal or it's in your external world. Either way, the energy and the focus this month is on conflicts. For a lot of you, I do believe that this is internal conflicts within yourself. Being familiar with Libra energy, I can tell you that internal conflict is very strong with you guys because you want to be balanced all the time. Not just throwing out of stereotypes. Libras like things to be pleasant, fair, and balanced. So if your world is in an uproar right now, that conflict could be turned within.
Yeah, Libras, you guys remind me of Virgo. And we just finished that reading up, and it seems like the same type of stuff is going on, you know? You're having a hard time balancing you and others. Now, the Death card is under this core, subject. And transformation is at hand through this. This month is very evolving for you guys. Let's see further.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's right. The Death card as a helper to help this energy is whatever this conflict is, even if it it might seem like a small battle to other people, but you wanting things to be balanced. You want balance in your life. It could be a big deal to you, but this is actually transforming you for the better. It's teaching you how to deal with conflict, to not let it overwhelm you. And as a challenge, it is showing you, it's killing off relationships that is causing this conflict. It might feel challenging to you to let go of some things, but when the death comes, it's inevitable change that we really have no control over. So the basis for this reading was supporting this. You got the Nine of Cups. Now, if your battles are outside of you, it's because you might have jealous folk around you. Be very clear. They may see that you are somebody who has, or they may assume that you're somebody who has things come to you easily. Your wishes are easily fulfilled, and it made them slightly envious. And you might have little backbiting remarks, passive aggressive behavior happening towards you. It's not your fault if you're fabulous and they can't handle it. Now, for some of you, this Nine of Cups energy, the internal conflict is deciding what you really want. What wishes do you want fulfilled right now? You might have a lot on your plate and you don't know what you really need to be fulfilled, so it's causing an internal conflict within.
This internal conflict is going to create internal healing, which will subsequently create an environment that matches that Nine of Cups that you see here.
So, in the recent past, it's crazy because this is your past, but this is your present. In the recent past, You were mentally over a lot of things. You decided not to stress out about things that you can't control, but it's still presenting itself in your life, so you didn't totally get over that hump. You did your best to get into a mindset that brought you some peace, right? But still, conflict is following because it may have been surface peace. You didn't get to the real issues.
See, whenever I see the Six of Swords, I see getting over old negative beliefs, obstacles, things that usually have you, might be a person, messed up. Now, this was what was going on in your past, so we understand that the reason for this reading, we see Five of Wands, a conflict within or without, and the Death card supporting that. So, Six of Swords represents transformation through contrast. Contrast being negative energy. See, these things aid us in relinquishing and attracting the positive in our life. So understand that whatever conflict, issues, and obstacles you're going through right now is all for the opposite polarity to show up in the future, which peeking at the rest of your reading looks pretty nice.
So, you guys, right now, presently, how you're feeling, you have the Five of Swords. I think a lot of you are doing shadow work. Some people, this could be you, mentally sparring with someone that you're having many battles with in your life. And you are coming out on top. I see you are the victor if that's the case. For some of you, these battles are internal. You are fighting old Libra with new Libra. That's why you have this internal conflict. The new you is still fighting with the old you. Your old programming still getting in the way. You can't have your wishes. Like, things don't work out for you. And that programming is dying. Anything that is keeping Libra from fully embodying who they should be, who they're meant to be in this realm. You are fighting that. You're doing intense shadow work right now, and you are killing those demons. You recognize what this voice is, who this voice is not you. And you are working on, for lack of better words, stabbing these demons, conquering the part of your mind, the part of yourself that self-sabotages you.
Now, since the Death card is here, I do want to lean towards the side of this is an inner conflict. Of course, it may have been, it's like the chicken came before the egg, or did the egg come before the chicken? The conflict in your life is happening because you are fighting with the old Libra. And the old Libra may have always defended herself through these conflicting routes, or you see what I'm saying? So the Five of Swords, you are killing that off. You're finally setting that, free.
So your near future, you guys have 3 of Cups. You're going to be congregating with like-minded souls. Libras, I'll put myself in that category. I have a lot of 7th house energy. I'm 7th house heavy. So we feel more balanced when we're around other people. We feel more balanced when we're with like-minded souls. And to help you, with all this internal conflict that you are going through right now, you may need to be around some people who see who you really are, who help to remind you, that you're amazing. I see talks with your friends with cups of wine, perhaps some coffee, tea, whatever you do, and just, pour your soul out to people who get you, who understand you, and help remind you of who you really are.
Correct. This is the aftermath of the evolution that this small percentage of your life you'll have downs, right? And this month you are learning more about your inner conflicts. Six of Swords, Death card. So eventually you're going to get back to this equilibrium that you are going to feel empowered even more because you went through this series of events. So exactly, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's exactly what I see as well.
All right, so you in the month of December, the Six of Cups. Libra, you might be feeling very nostalgic right now. This is the holiday season. A lot of us, um, doesn't matter your sign, can be, full of old memories of how great the holidays used to be. You might be very in touch with your inner child at this moment. Um, Reuniting with people you haven't seen in a while. This is a very sweet card. You have a very sweet, loving energy, a very nostalgic energy. But that nostalgia may have caused this internal conflict because that nostalgia is bringing you back to who you used to be. You're seeing yourself as someone different, someone who has grown, but being placed in situations where you're around people or you are entertaining energies of the, I mean, memories of the past has you feeling conflicted right now.
And not in vain either, right? We get to see, take a look at the Six of Cups. We're looking at the art gallery of our life, our past life. We're able to see with a higher vantage point where we came from. So you'll be able to know right now whether or not you are going backwards or you're just visiting nostalgia for the sake of visiting nostalgia. So I wouldn't get too caught up in that. Either way, there's a lot of good stuff happening right now for all of us. The
So you're,
holidays.
oh, sorry. So your environment and the people around you, you have the Temperance card. That's a beautiful card to get, and I like that it's next to Three of Cups because it shows that the people in your environment, this is the near future. The people you're going to be spending time with, they help to balance you. These are people who are together mentally and spiritually, and very in touch with spirit, very in touch with, they know how to balance their spiritual life with their physical reality, and that helps to balance you, Libra. It's good to have people in your environment that's reflecting the same energy that you either have or you want to have. You pick up on that and you can adjust your temperament to um, be the same.
Yeah. Temperance is the ultimate balance, spiritually and physically. You guys are seeing representations of them, your environment. Your near future is the Three of Cups, so this might be that scenario where you get a boost, an inspirational boost that carries you throughout the rest of the month and the first quarter of the year.
So, advice: Eight of Pentacles. Work on your goals, Libra. Work on who you want to be. Work on who you say you are. Dedicate your time and energy into being that person. Don't worry about um, holding on to aspects of yourself that are dying away. You are doing the shadow work. Let that die. Let what needs to die, and build up what's left. Build up the new you. Build up the Libra that knows exactly what they want and goes after it.
Eight of Pentacles, abundance in many forms. Nothing wrong with money. And so here you are. I see you getting back at a equilibrium will start to actually enhance the endeavors that you've been going through in a physical realm, maybe business, career, and this is see when you change who you are through your own self, and you see we have the death card again. Bring that up. This is a evolution, so your external affairs will evolve with you. That's the Eight of Pentacles. Steady rise.
So outcome, one of the most beautiful cards. A favorite of mine, Jupiter. You guys have the wheel, which is the wheel of fortune. Big fortunate changes happening for you. Like he said, this conflict isn't for nothing. Everything we're going through is not for naught. You might have been feeling like you're being tested and put through all kinds of trials, but that's the universe preparing you for everything that you have been wishing for, everything that you wanted. It's taking away the parts of you that may feel like you don't deserve the fortune that's coming your way. And since you're working on that and you're letting it die and you are doing the shadow work, you are engaging with people who, fulfill you, put you on a fulfilling path, don't put you in a negative energy, you will have blessings rain down upon you. Big changes within. You're going to see that your outside definitely reflects your inside, and that's bringing beautiful karma to your life.
The bridge of incidents. So she's gonna do a recap, but let's talk about what happened. You had a little obstacle climbing moment, and then you saw that you had to take care of something that wasn't external, it was actually within. And so you saw yourself climbing through out of that, and the wheel tells us it was all for something that you planted maybe months, maybe years ago, because the wheel is um the most optimum, the grandest manifestation. It's what you've wanted. So Libra, you're going to see that all this has happened for you to manifest. It was like a road, a specific carved path for you to experience exactly what you needed for you to get exactly what you wanted. This is a seed you planted months ago. Beautiful.
Yes, oh, I love this reading, Libra. And the overall energy, bottom of the deck, you guys have the Hangman. So the Hangman is kind of like an incubation period for a lot of us. It's when we have no choice but to surrender to spirit to see what magic spirit is working in our lives. And obviously the magic is this wonderful wheel of fortune energy. Okay, so like you said, to work on his recap, work off of his recap, let me start again. Conflict, battles, that could be leaking out into your external because you are battling yourself within. There's big changes that need to take place. There's parts of you that are dying off. You fighting this change is the only thing that can slow you down. Is you getting in your own way, and what's dying off is you getting in your own way, blocking your wishes, blocking your manifestations. This battle is happening because some of you may be feeling you don't deserve the things that you want. Maybe not on a conscious level, but somewhere in your unconscious you are blocking wishes from being fulfilled. So you are fighting that energy right now. Like mentally, you decided that you don't want to deal with anything that's blocking you from happiness. So you made the decision, you set the intention to move away from energies that you're self-sabotaging energy. And you're doing the shadow work right now. You're dealing with your inner conflicts. You are killing off aspects of yourself that is taking you from being the best darn Libra that you can be. And in the future, you're going to meet up with like-minded people. You're going to meet up with your support. your cheer squad who's telling you you are on the right path, you can do it. For some of you, people who are kind of like a part of your coven, your spiritual group, you will work magic together to help you overcome these conflicts because we work better, people with Libran energy, when we are with others. So people who have your back are there. You might be nostalgic right now. You might have regressed to a time where you were somebody who you're not anymore. And that's why it's causing this battle. You're taking comfort in the old you, the person who, didn't see a brighter future for yourself in some cases, or somebody who just let everything be handled by someone outside of themselves. So that caused this conflict, you going back to old ways. But around you, you have great support, people who reciprocate your wonderful energy, people who are very spiritually minded, who are sweet and pleasant and patient. And that helps you, your environment being so balanced helps you attain inner balance. Your advice is to work on yourself, work on your goals, take care of whatever energy is blocking you from being your best, because you have great gifts on the way. Things are going in your favor. You just have to surrender. This is your incubation period. You have to surrender. You have to do the shadow work. You have to do the work. You have tons of support from spirit and from outside of you. All right, so we're going to pull an advice card. Are our cards to cap off this reading? What does Libra need to know for the month of December? Okay, you got the Wizard of Awareness. I know you like this card.
Yeah, damn. I didn't even see this before.
Yeah, I
Y'all
know.
lucky.
We're fairly new to this deck. That's why we're reading. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go, experiences evolve from one state into another, and a continual shifting and change no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. Surrender. The Hangman. Because the best thing you can do right now is just observe what's going on within your world. This inner conflict, is dying away, whether you do anything about it or not. But I do believe you are taking your power and you're doing it. But things outside of your world that you can control, just let it be. But it looks like your outside is pretty good with Temperance here. Be aware of why this is happening. It's for your greater good.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. You guys are sitting back. You remember how many times I had to bring up how you guys are going through a death session, a Six of Swords. That's because I want you to see that these moments are connected to the good moments, the ups and downs. So this oracle is actually telling you to do just that, so that you can utilize the lessons in your life to the fullest ability that you possess.
All right, Libras, we hope you gain a lot from this. If you guys like this reading, might want to personal from us. A link to our Etsy is below. Either way, we hope you gain the utmost from this.
Peace.